everyone, it's Emily with Hearty Soul. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're making our from scratch sloppy joes and combining them with our super fast, quick, easy, and delicious Rhodes Texas rolls. First thing I'm going to do is spray a 9x13 pan. Then I'm going to get out from our freezer a package of Rhodes Texas rolls. Now this package has 24 rolls. We're only going to need 12 for supper tonight. So I'm going to roll the rest of them up and keep them in the freezer for the next time. Now all of the directions for raising these buns and baking them is in the back of this package. The fastest way I know how to make these Texas rolls is to put a towel over top of these and find a nice warm spot for 3 to 5 hours. Now sometimes if I'm in a super big hurry and I've got to get supper on the table and I know I really want our fresh Texas rolls, I'll start my oven at 200 degrees and put these in and kind of watch them raise. It usually takes them about an hour, hour and a half at a low temp in my oven. I'm gonna set my timer for an hour and a half. I'm also gonna make sure that there's less jumping around our household while these are trying to raise. Next, I'm gonna start on our from scratch sloppy joe recipe. This recipe has been passed down from family member to family member, and it's really awesome. I love being able to make recipes from scratch when I can. So we're gonna start with a pound of hamburger. We're gonna add a little chicken gumbo, some mustard, some brown sugar, a little bit of salt and pepper, and a little bit of lemon juice. We're grounding up a couple pounds of burger. We're gonna add a little salt and pepper. I also like to add a little bit of onion powder. A lot of people do chopped onions in this. We're not huge onion fans, so I'm gonna leave the onions out in this case. I also like to do a little bit of paprika. Adding the spices at the beginning part of frying up the burger, I think adds more flavor to the actual meat itself, which is the kind of the purpose. Because when you bite into a piece of burger or some ground beef, you want to be able to have the taste, the savory of all of the herbs and spices that we're using in the recipe versus just having the salt, the pepper, the spices in the sauce of the sloppy joe. Okay, so it looks like I've got about 22 minutes left on my buns to raise. Let's just peek to see how they're doing in here. I want to prove to you that they raise up really nice in a warm oven for about an hour and a half. It's kind of my little insider quick tip method. And then I add about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Then I'm gonna add my 1 can of chicken gumbo. add in about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. And of course, Sloppy Joe's from scratch wouldn't be complete without some ketchup. And I'd say I add about a cup of ketchup. And I also like to add maybe a tablespoon of yellow mustard. Once all of the ingredients are in here, I like to let this simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes, which is actually perfect because in just a little bit, I'm gonna crank this oven up to 350 and I'm gonna bake our Rhodes Texas rolls for about 15 minutes. So everything should be perfectly timed and ready to go, which doesn't always happen, trust me, but tonight I think it might happen. Hey babe. You guys getting hungry for some Sloppy Joes? Okay, so these have been in the oven now for about an hour and 15 minutes, which is significantly a lot less time than letting them raise on their own. And you can just see how nice and big and full they are. And so I'm gonna crank up my oven now to 350. And I'm gonna bake these for 15 minutes. I'll make sure to put all of the recipe ingredients over on the blog so you can grab the entire printable recipe right there. Thanks so much for joining me today while we make our from scratch Sloppy Joes with our Rhodes Texas rolls. I hope you enjoyed this video and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great week. Bye, Holly, Holly, golly, golly.